This is Meridia. Hey, girl. And as you can see by the brand on her neck, she is a Mustang. Oh, probably the sweetest Mustang you'll ever come across. She's always very, very friendly, very quiet. She's the type of horse that'll come up to the front of the stall when you get here. In fact, as soon as I pulled up, she walked to the front and hung her head out the front of the stall. Just loves people, loves to get worked on. She's just a super, super sweet, nice mare. Well, good morning, gorgeous. I like this red one. They're normally not my fave. You know, I tend to have an affinity for the bays. But I do like the Mustangs. Good morning, Cindy. All right. Well, now I have a 2 people audience. I can get started here. Oh, wait, there's 3. Back. It's a little chilly out here today. Not as chilly as it is in Illinois, though. Let's see. All right, she's kind of squirrely this morning, so we'll see how she does. All right. Muy cold, muy frío, hace frío. Yeah, she's off pretty good in her pelvis, really high on the right, low on the left. Let's see. Usually when I work on her owner's here, but not this time. So we get to go live, but I don't really need her owner here. She's always really well behaved and super easy to work on. Nice movement through that right SI joint. Let's check the left side. Oh, what's good, girl? Just by motion palpating that right side, it went down quite a bit. Come on, girl. Whoa. It's breakfast time, so she's a little upset she doesn't get to eat right now. Good morning, Tekla. Good morning, Winslet. It's like a slow morning on YouTube. Oh, sweetie pie. Girl. There you go. Good girl. Got a whole 8 people on this live right now. Ooh, easy girl. She's like, ooh, I don't know if I like that. Come on. Good girl. Oh. There we go. All right, come on. Relax. There we go. We'll get her. Yeah, she's a pretty mare. She's a Mustang. Very, very sweet one. Although she's not loving the pelvic reflexes, but she's she's allowing it. Let's see. Just try to get her up a little bit, but she doesn't want to do that. So let's check up under her sternum, see if she'll lift for me this way. And she's doing that just fine. So sometimes these horses just hate the pressure points. And usually if they do, it's going to be a mare. So it's just the way it is. But the biggest thing that I'm concerned about is that she'll lift her back one way or the other. So whether it's with the pelvic pressure points back here, getting her to rotate and bring that back up, which she did a little bit better there, or, you know, whether it's hitting the pressure point on the sternum to get the back come up and the head to go down. Either way, as long as she can flex comfortably, I'm usually good with it. Like I said, sometimes they just don't like the pelvic pressure points, so they'll move away from it, and it's not a pain response because it's just like a slow, I don't want to do that, and they kind of walk out of it. But if she gave me a pain response, which would be head coming up, eyes going wide, ears back, you know, kind of coming around like she wants to bite, that type of stuff, then, you know, then that's more of an issue, which would be more indicative of SI joint pain, low back pain, that type of a thing. But since she did lift just with the sternal pressure point, you know, that's fine. And she's obviously not acting like she's in any distress from any of this, so I'm gonna come up here a little farther and just make sure she can flex through her withers, which she can nice and easily. Easy girl, good girl. But you can see she's got that, definitely has some sensitivity up in the wither, especially on that right side, because watch her apply pressure there, that head comes up and she's like, ouch. So withers are primarily a rotate structure. So when she brings her head around to the left, withers rotate to the right, head comes around to the right, withers rotate to the left. So the fact that she's sore on the right actually indicates to me that she probably has some left rotation in the wither. So the withers are rotating this way towards me, and those right side paraspinals are clamping down and spasming to prevent further rotation this way. So if the right side of the withers are sore and tight, that means she's not really going to want to rotate as good to that side as she will to the left. So let's see how she does. We're going to go to the left first. She'll probably make me a liar. Oh. And this is just like another pressure point issue because she's not even initiating that turn. She's more like, oh, what the heck? So let's see if she'll do this one. Sometimes they just do not like the pressure points, and so you just have to go to something else. Other times, if you just kind of stick with it and let them figure it out, they'll be okay. So let's see. Yeah, so she wants to get out of dodge with both pressure points. So in that case, what I'll do is just manually get her to rotate around and see if she can do it that way. So I always go to the side that I think is going to be the better side first, just so I can see how the good motion is, and then I can compare it to what I expect to be the bad side. Ooh. While at the same time keeping an open mind that I might very well be wrong. So let's see if she'll come around and touch. Yeah, so that's actually really good. That's excellent. Let's see how she does. Move her over just a little bit. Let's see how she does to this side. Easy. Let's see. Yep, so, well, that's a nice little release to the right side though. So movement is good both directions, so that means the wither's not really affecting her movement very much, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna go right up there and adjust that. Normally, you know, it's my opinion that issues in the withers are secondary issues, meaning that I think primarily the issues are up in the pole, you know, neck pole or sacropelvic area at the SI joint. See, I'm just putting pressure on her wither, and she's not liking that. And so if the main issues are here or there, then this stuff is caught in the middle, which is going to be where the compensations occur, which is going to be where they get sore. And you can see she's not happy with any pressure being applied up there. But on the left side, she's much more comfortable. Right side, see, right side, she's like, nope, I'm out of here. So I'm going to give this an adjustment from right to left. Oh. I know, sweetheart. Oh, there we go. Nice release there. So I'll give her that for a second. And then I'm gonna go and check the other side. Good girl. There we go. She's like a dog, huh? Like a big dog. Oh, is that good? There's that big deep breath right there. Winslet, I've got 5 today, but she'll probably be the only one I go live on. Usually the other clients are there, and I don't like to do my lives with the clients there, because then I can't really talk to you guys, and they sometimes feel uncomfortable. So she's a Mustang, Ruby. Yeah, just as a reminder, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button for me, I would really appreciate it. Girl. So every time I do an adjustment, or I would say 90% of the times when I do an adjustment, after I adjust the area, I just want to give it a nice little stretch. So that means with the withers, I'm going to bring her back up into flexion. Just get her to stretch that out like that. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. I just want to see if she'll at least do it a little bit. Oh. Oh. Yeah. She's like, nope, I ain't doing that one. That's all right. Let's move her back over here. All right, let's check her pull. Good, pull feels nice and comfortable. Let's bring her up. Feels pretty good that way. Bring her down towards her chest. Oh, there we go. That was a nice release there too. Ah, good girl. So if her pole is stuck or it's not moving properly, what's going to happen is she's going to use the pole and extend as comfortably as she can until it hurts. So she'll bring her head up, and when it gets tight or uncomfortable, then she's going to use her withers, and she's really going to sit back in her mid-back to bring her head up. So horses have something called a riding reflex, which is their primary instinct is going to be to keep their eyes level with the horizon at all times, right? So she's going to be standing here like this. She's not going to be standing here like that, because as a prey animal, she can't see what's over here as well as she can see what's over here if she's got that head tilt. So if she's got a head tilt, which would occur up at the pole, what she's going to do is she's going to drop her shoulder to get the eyes level, right? Now the eyes are level, but the shoulder's dropped. And now since the shoulder's dropped, this hip is hiked. So now she has to adjust in the pelvis to drop that hip back down. So now the eyes are level, the shoulders are slightly dropped, and the pelvis is level. So now she's going to be walking around with these nasty compensations, and because that shoulder's dropped, she's going to have issues in the wither, because that's where the shoulder blade goes up, muscles get tight, she gets sore, and now you have a problem. But that's all caused because she's got a pole that's misaligned, or a pole that's tilted into lateral flexion, and now she naturally will drop the shoulder to get the eyes level with the horizon. So it's called a riding reflex. Humans have the riding reflex as well, which is why you yourselves can, be walking around with a head tilt and not know it until you look in the mirror. You look in the mirror and you've got this type of thing going on, right? So your head would be like this if it wasn't for the fact that your shoulders dropped, and now your head's nice and level, eyes are level. So you can look, and you can look between the distance between the bottom of your ear and the traps. So right here, bottom of the ear and the traps. So one side is a lot shorter than the other because you're leaned over like this. So you'll get all kinds of headaches and shoulder problems and neck issues and pain going down your arms and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for. If the withers are sore, usually I feel like that's because her pole is tight. She's not able to extend comfortably, so she's overworking the paraspinals in the withers that are her extensor muscles to bring her head and neck up. So there you go, back. But lateral flexion wise, she feels really nice. She's not sore. Gap between the lateral border of her first cervical vertebrae and the mandible are about even. Not uncomfortable in the hyoid at all. Yeah, she's real comfortable down there. Oh, she's so good. Oh, she's such a good mare. A once wild horse. Crazy. All right, let's bring her legs up and check these guys. Oh, believe she's still just being used for a trail horse. Not doing anything performance-wise with her. So I see her a couple times a year. Oh, just to make sure she's still feeling good. Oh, big stretch. Just to make sure she's feeling good and nothing's bothering her. Good girl. Oh, you could see that kind of downward dog stretch when I brought this leg out. And a lot of times that's what they'll do. Like when you go to stretch your horses, they're gonna do most of the work. I just initiate the movement and bring the leg out, and I just let them rest here. And right now she's kind of pulling back, but I can feel her pushing down here. So she's pulling back and pushing down, really extending the wrist, which is not a knee, it's a wrist. And she's pushing down here, which is extending the fetlock. So I can kind of lean forward and get her to do a little bit more, just like this. And then she'll pull back. And just by doing that, you'll get some really nice releases in the knee and in the shoulder. And just make sure everything is moving properly and she's comfortable doing that. And she's barefoot, which I think is so much better for most horses. I mean, the way their legs feel when they're barefoot is so much different than a horse that's shod. There's just a lot more stability to the leg, it feels like, than when I work on horses that have shoes on. Hello, Chris. Thank you, Rachel, appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys don't mind tapping that like button, that would be awesome. Let's see. I'm out in Apache Junction, Arizona today. There's actually snow up on the Superstition Mountains out there. It rained last night, which was like the first time it's rained here. Well, it sprinkled the other day, but other than that, like this is the first time there's an actual water on the ground when I've woken up in months and months. Oh, good girl. So she's fighting this one a little bit, as you can probably see. So you just go nice and slow at their pace, you know, and I'm just really using my body to ask her if she can do these things. So I'm not forcing her. I'm just really just putting it out there and seeing what she can do comfortably. And you can see she's holding a lot of flexion here, a lot of flexion there. So there's some hesitancy here to fully extend this leg, and you can see her pulling back. But that's okay. If you have a horse that's doing this and she pulls, you just want to hold what you have. You can give a little bit, let her take back a little bit so she feels comfortable. And then once she starts to come forward again, then you can just ask her for a little bit more. And you can see she's starting to come out now, and then she pulls back. It's almost like they're going, whoa, and they'll come out. And it's like, whoa, and they'll come out. So you're working with the brain and with the body when you're doing these stretches, but she's doing really, really good. Good girl. Oh, there you go. Good. Really, really nice movement in her fetlocks. There we go. Whew. Again, the fetlocks in a horse are these knuckles on a human. So these knuckles right here are her fetlocks. So we got wrist, which everybody calls the knee in a horse, but we got her wrist, and then we got her metacarpals, right? So metacarpals on a horse are their cannon bones. So the metacarpals on her are here, right? These are her cannon bones. So we have the wrist, not the knee. So we have the wrist. We have the third metacarpal, so P3 metacarpal, and then we have fetlock. And then we have long pastern, long pastern, short pastern, and then her hoof, which is made up of the same material as our fingernails. Good girl. So head nice and low, ears are flat, looks really nice and comfortable. Of course it rained yesterday. But it rained at night, so and I have no idea what time, but actually it looks like it wants to come in and rain again. So if you can get out here, that would be great. Get back out here. All right. So let's check her back legs. She might be a little squirrely with these just because she was a little bit uncomfortable when I was doing her pelvic reflexes, but we'll see. She seems nice and calm and relaxed, so see how she does with this one. All right. And she likes to stand with this side a little extended, so I'm gonna work this side in flexion and see how much she'll come up here. Whew. She's like, nope, I'll take that. And since she moved this way so you can see her, we'll do this side. Good girl. Yeah, you can see she's a little uncomfortable back there. Just wants to jump off both sides. The question is, have you unpacked it yet? There we go. Oh, good girl. All right, let's try this side again. Good girl. Wow, yeah, she's uncomfortable back there. So this is kind of a situation where, you know, as a chiropractor, I gotta really pay attention to her body language, and the fact that she won't really let me pick the legs up and flex them at all tells me that something's hurting at the beginning of the movement. Oh, come on. Which means that most likely she's dealing with some hock pain. Oh. So I'll try one more time. Oh. But with the back legs, I don't want to push it because I don't want to make her sore. And obviously, you know, you don't want to be stubborn and get kicked. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah, and this isn't a situation where she's being nasty, you know, like there's no correction needed here. She's not, you know, if they were being nasty, you know, they'll try to kick the leg away from you and do all kinds of nasty shit to try to, you know, try to make you give up. And she's not really doing that. She's just, you know, I'm trying to get it to flex up and she's just jumping off both sides. So I will refer this one over to, it's not a question at all. I'll refer this one over to her vet. Probably needs some hock injections, I would assume. Although she's not sore in her back, but she didn't like the pressure point reflexes in the pelvis, which stressed the SI joints, and she's not wanting to bring those legs up, which also stressed the SI joints. But at that early stage of movement, when she's taking it away from me, it's really not even stressing anything other than the hock at that point. And even there, it's minimal. So something early in the movement's bothering her, which really indicates hock over anything else. So I'm gonna get her to chew here, check her TMJ. Just wanna see if she can bring that lower jaw all the way over nice and comfortably. And really anytime, you know, a horse is comfortable in the hyoid, which is up under here, and they're also comfortable in the pole, chances are they're gonna be fine in the TMJs as well. Oh, you good girl. And she seems just fine. So let's check this side. I know. Check this side also. And one thing you'll notice with your horses that they have TMJ issues is when you go to do this TMJ pressure point, which you can learn at sporthorsechiropractic.com, is that they'll try to keep their mouths closed. So you can push real hard and, you know, kind of dig into the gum, and they're just sitting there clenching their teeth. And that to me tells me that they've got a TMJ issue, probably caused by a tooth issue. So they just may need a float, or, you know, they may need something more than that. But in either case, there's a dentition issue going on that needs to be checked. And she's real comfortable on that side. And she's real comfortable on that side as well. So overall up here, she feels really good. So we had that discomfort in the wither. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Which that pretty much seems to be gone. She's actually liking that now. This is what cracks me up. So when you got a horse that's hurting a little bit, and then you adjust it, and then you go back to check for pain, and they're like, oh baby. Oh yeah. Because that was hurting her at first, and now she's like, oh, please rub it. Keep rubbing that spot. That is great. Oh, you gotta love the personalities that some of these guys have. Oh, let's see if she likes that. Phone doesn't want to stay put. Let's see if she likes it on the other side too. Let's see. Oh yeah. Just scratch me for an hour, huh? Oh, that's all with giving them a little love afterwards, right? Making them feel good. Oh, so now I can rub on both sides, and she's like, oh baby. Took that pain right away, huh? Yeah. Oh, such a good girl. All right, let me take her halter off. I don't think taking her off of the halter would be correct. Oh, that's a good girl. You can go eat now, but you're probably not wanting to. Oh, just kidding. Breakfast. Awesome. Well, thanks guys. Thanks to all 30 of you that came in to watch. Hello, Nelia from France. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna be off to my next op. I'm sure by then, since it's Arizona, I'll be peeling off this jacket. Gotta lock her back up. She's a horse that likes to escape, so looks like, because they've got a chain around her stall door. Hang this back up here. I'll try, sweetheart. Hopefully I can go live again today. I gotta get more than 36 people on one. Holy moly. This is like the smallest one I've had in a long time. Whew. All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will hopefully be able to go live at least one more time again today, but it doesn't look like it because most of these clients are usually at the appointment. But if I can, I will see you then. Otherwise, I'll see you on my next live. Have a wonderful day. Bye, gorgeous.